Looks like we're closing in on our destination. Make your way to the nearest, most attractive pilot, and note that he may be behind you.
Thank you for that there announcement there, Flynn, but, you know, that kind of took out my opportunity for the intro. So, welcome back to the Skylanders Carry-On Locke, where we get to start off this episode as Igknight, which is great because the very first elemental area within Malkin Mountain is going to be that of the fire element. So since Igknight is already corresponding to the fire element, we won't need to switch out again. Yes, very convenient that is indeed. Now in the previous episode we did have one loss, but it was no big deal, because all what happened is that Series 2 Wrecking Ball has now reverted back to his original form, since Series 2 Wrecking Ball was defeated by X most unfortunately. Actually, no, I take it back, that wasn't unfortunate in the slightest, but say, that was no problem, because Igknight was able to finish off what Wrecking Ball started. He was able to conclude X's life without even breaking a sweat. His damage compared to Wrecking Ball's was insane. Anyway, this level does have a very convenient treasure which we can purchase later on. Well, I won't necessarily call it a treasure because it's a Lockotron bulb. So we can purchase that Lockotron bulb and finally take advantage of that Lockotron wheel of power we acquired all the way back in Chapter 8, Troll Home Security. Okay, here is the real one. And there's real one again. Boom! He is out of here because Igknight is just too powerful for him to deal with. Blue fire for the win, yeah. Weren't quite able to fully charge it up, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay, isn't it? Oh, watch out for the spin. Yeah, let's not die to fucking Cyclopses. The last thing I need is my favourite Skylander being defeated to bloody Cyclopses of all things. Anyway, there's some more treasure for yours truly. We love to see it. And defeated Cyclopses. We love to see those too. Let's bounce on up with the mic of some glorious pizza right there. And also take out some more chompies whilst we are at it, okay? Time for the slam of the century! Boom, baby! Oh no, that was some damage right there. Since we have increased damage against trolls, those guys really did not stand much of a chance. They were no chance standers day. Boom! And neither does the Blaze Bro stand any chance either. In the end, we didn't even need the blue fire. The blue fire was kind of just like, was rubbing it in at this point. Oh, Igknight was just far too much of a beast. I mean, 2-shotting grenaders? Usually they're a problem. Not today. And neither are any of the other enemies approaching, because Series 2 Bash is going to absolutely obliterate everything in his path. Mark my words. Mark them! Okay, let's grab that treasure right there, that 9 for you. And then let's bounce up here because we can, so I want to, naturally speaking. Just knock him off the face in Skylanders, why don't we? Okay, cool, get them out of here. Boom! And deal damage to everything at once. It is absurd how good this WoW power is. Ow. It's not so great, however, when I'm taking damage. Okay, now we just got to watch out for his friends. Boom! And we shake it for room. Grab that pizza whilst we're at it. And Bash's gold count is so far up there that buying that Lockotron bulb is going to be no problem for him. And not even a problemo. Yeah, I almost feel sorry for those guys right now. Bash just came in, took one look at him. He was like, nope. Clicked his fingers. Well, I don't think he has thumbs, so he wasn't exactly clicking anything. But point is, they were dead in seconds. They didn't stand a chance. Now, before we switch out for the magic element, first things first, let's acquire ourselves that bulb I was referring to earlier. Let's enter the store. Yes, definitely don't mind if we do. These are some very powerful Sky Stones. We're going to pick them up whilst we're here as well. And then we're gonna, well, we're also going to pick up a Sky Stone sheet. That's going to come in handy later. As well as a damage power up. So yeah, let's pop back out of here. And since in the previous episode we were forced to revert back to the Series 1 original Wrecking Ball because Series 2 Wrecking Ball was defeated in combat, that's precisely what we're going to be honouring in this episode, the Series 1 iteration of Wrecking Ball. Because I really don't want to risk Voodoo and melee attacks going up against the enemies we're about to face. Those are two things that don't really mesh particularly well together. Oh my word! The damage against this large enemy is insane because we have a double up charm, and this is one of the large enemies that we deal increased damage to thanks to the charm we purchased in Drelix's Big Rig. So yeah, in other words, that damage stacks. Even Wrecking Ball is good now with that kind of absurd power level to his name. It only took us a power up and a charm combined with one another to make Wrecking Ball good, but we got there eventually. Boom! Finish him off with a burp that's going to deal 150 damage! Yep, cool, take them out too whilst we're at it. Oh, there's more coming for it! Oh, that was a big mistake. Boom! Even though, despite the fact that that burp animation spins all around Wrecking Ball, it doesn't actually deal damage all the way around him. It's rather annoying, actually. I'm annoyed. And that grenade is going to deal damage to me because it kind of just got wedged in there and there was no way Wrecking Ball was maneuverable enough to get out of the way. Means that now I have made things a lot harder on myself because I have to go into the upcoming combat section with much less health than I would have liked. That's rough. That's real rough, man. Anyway, it was not going to be so rough as this Skylanders battle because, yes, we're going to play Skylanders and yes, it's going to be easy with the kind of loaded deck that we have. But you know what? Let's just save ourselves some time and utilise the Skylanders sheet we just purchased. That is one awesome stone right there. I am so glad that I went out of my way to earn it. By cheating. So what we need to do now is obviously open this up and then we can start blowing shit up, my favourite pastime. But I want to blow this up whilst leaving as many chompies as possible because the more chompies we leave, the more I can eat for the sake of healing myself up a little bit. Okay, here we go. The more healing the better. Luckily for me, when the Cyclopses have taken enough damage, they can also be eaten. They are classed as small enemies, so we can heal up from them. It's a shame that eating stuff like treasure also doesn't count as things to heal me up. Yes, it would make this character that much better. It would only make him marginally better. But you know what? At this rate, I would take marginally better. Ow. Great. Just great. The idea was to not take damage there, Wrecking Ball, you stupid idiot. Oh, phew, I was able to power through that. I didn't know you could power through enemy attacks with this Wrecking Ball. That is convenient, to say the least. A very, very convenient ability for Wrecking Ball to possess. Oh, man, I thought he ate the Cyclopses, but I was wrong. Not too much people surprised. I mean, me being wrong is a very common occurrence, after all. Okay, sweet, he did eat that guy, though, so I don't know what changed. Oh yeah, now that was some good damage right there. Okay, these guys really need to take more damage. That'd be great. Let's try not to lose Wrecking Ball because at the end of the day, like, as useless as he is, more lives are still the best scenario to come out of this. You know, Wrecking Ball lives matter.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
No, never mind, they don't, because the game just came through and brutally took Wrecking Ball away from us. For monsters, I can't believe they've done this. First, it's Series 2 Wrecking Ball, and then Series 1 Wrecking Ball can't even do nearly as well as Wrecking Ball was doing against Drillx. At the end of the day, like, Wrecking Ball was doing well. He surprised me. But then, in this episode, turns out he went back to being garbage again. Get that crap off my portal. You know what? Earth Element comes up next. I know I still have a magic representative left alive, and currently the element of the area is magic, so technically I should swap out for voodoo right now. I'm just not going to do that, because what we can do instead is put Bash back onto the portal and prepare for the upcoming Earth section. You know, save time and switch out much less. Plus, you know, that much damage is very nice. At least it's very nice when I'm within the correct hitbox, mind you. Oh, this is nice. This is lovely. I like this. I like this a lot. Bye, fellas, and thanks for the food, by the way. Much appreciated, bro. So let's grab some more food. Not that we need it at this point. It's just excessive on Bash's behalf. But that, my friends, was the Earth Element I was referring to. So yes, we would have had to swap out for Bash, only for 30 seconds later having to swap out for Series 2 Cinder. So the question is, are we going to have 2 losses in this one level? Because we've lost Series 1 Wrecking Ball already, and now we're most likely about to lose Series 2 Cinder as well, have to revert back to original. And then we've got to keep the original alive, so that we can upgrade to a Phantom version and Swap Force. Okay, staying alive is easy said and done when I have both Grenaders and Spikes to have to deal with. But by some miracle, something was looking down upon us then, because Cinder taking no damage to that is incredibly awesome. I think I deserve a pat on the back for that, which I'm absolutely going to give to myself. Yay me, that was great. So, let's grab all of the treasure. Don't mind if we do. Definitely do not mind if we do. Watch out for all the Spikes. I don't want to get spikiffed. That would be inconvenient much. And now let's hit the teleporter. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure I can make it to that second set. Yep, made it past the second set. And now all we've got to do is complete this section before heading into the arena. And then we've got to defeat the Oracle unscathed to the best of my ability, that is. Yes, flippity bobbity that switcheroo. Yeah, that's what we love to see, that is what we love to see, my friends. But yes, it's not like Wrecking Ball is that big of a loss. As I said earlier, Wrecking Ball lives matter, or you can even make a hashtag out of that. Let's get it trending on Twitter. I would have preferred having that live, because at the end of the day, like, more lives to spare is always for the better. I have no idea why I bothered actually pushing that guy all the way up here, because we don't need this block. We only need those 2 which I've pushed already, because we can use them to traverse diagonally. But yeah, so if we had Wrecking Ball still alive, then we could have used him in later magic sections rather than risking the lives of characters like Voodoo, which is why I was avoiding using him earlier, and we used Bash to take down those final few enemies, despite magic being an element of the area. But say because Earth was coming up next and there was so little combat left remaining, I thought, you know, we'll save time and just anticipate the Earth switch out a little bit sooner, go back to Bash. But yeah, see, we did do that with Bash, put those guys down, and not having Wrecking Ball now means that Voodoo will have to play through the remaining magic sections of this game, and that's going to be that much tougher, especially when he's a melee character, going to have to deal with Trog Wanderers in Chapter 15, which is a task easily said and done. So now that's risked Voodoo's life later on in the series. And that isn't great, given that we need to keep him alive for his elite form and supercharges. So Wrecking Ball's death, despite it not being that much of a big deal, despite him being my least favourite Skylander, and a Skylander that I'm frankly not very good at playing as, despite all of that, his death could have some really bad repercussions later in the series, some really bad consequences later down the line. So we'll have to see what kind of knock-on effect that death will have.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
You know, only the future knows what the future holds, so for the moment being, we're just going to have to wait until those future moments finally arise, won't we? You know, as I record it live for all of you, I don't know what the future holds. Obviously, I will have recorded all of this, and then presently we'll know what it is that future holds. And I will know all of those futures, like, before these episodes go live. So these episodes will go live, you will see them, not knowing what it is I know about the future of these episodes. Yeah, that's the whole point of me recording these in advance, having these in advance and knowing what happens later on. But you guys only having just seen them live now will not know, unless I of course spoil it for you, which I will not do. Hashtag don't spoil the carryon lock. I know there was a hashtag for endgame, hashtag don't spoil the endgame. Well, my hashtag, it is far superior. Endgame wishes it had a hashtag as also as my hashtag. Ow! That was pain, and very much of it, so... Okay, let's hit down these grenadiers, they'll be a huge pain in my bottom. You know, as opposed to ass. Get out of there, Cinder, get out of there! And don't go directly into the blade. By some miracle we missed it, so we take those. Okay, cool. Let's watch out for that fella right there. Cool, he's dead. He took his time, but he got there eventually, and that's what matters, that's what counts. As the be-all and end-all. Okay, let's try to avoid that guy. Who gave them permission to give him another guy, man? Like, we've already had one big guy. Did they really need another big guy? They don't need this many big guys. This is excess. This is like Ignitus damage all over again. Complete and utter excess. Way over the point in which it needs to be, for lack of a better way of putting it. Okay, let's get that food. Sweet! Okay, take this guy down some more. And take him down some more. Wait for it. Die, fella! Just hit over and die. Thank you, as you shall receive. After all, you can't receive without having asked beforehand. How are they supposed to know? How is the universe supposed to know that that is what you wish for, that is what you want? Should you not ask for it in the first place? You can ask. There's no harm in asking. There's never expect to receive. It's the expectation which is rude, not the asking. Okay, here we go. Oh wow, those blades do a lot of damage. I mean, so one chompy, 200 damage is a little bit excessive. Anyway, my health has now seen better days, but that's because I was really stuck between a rock and a hard place over there. It was either the blade or the Cyclopses. Either way, I was taking damage there, whether I liked it or not, and I didn't like it. But here I am, having took it. And luckily we took it like a champ, you know. We're just going to walk it off and continue fighting down to our last breath. And if we keep Cinder alive, that would be fantastic. Series 2 iteration, that is. Because then we can use her on the final Chaos boss fight. Effectively sacrifice from the final Chaos boss fight, because on the final Chaos boss fight, it doesn't even matter if Series 2 Cinder gets defeated, because after that we can switch up for whatever Skylander we want, that being not Series 1 Cinder, so that way Series 1 Cinder makes it to swap for, so we can upgrade to a Phantom version. So having her for a boss fight is literally like the perfect scenario, but she's got to survive this first!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Fuck! Which is easier said than done when you're going to Shadow Dash directly into the blade that you can't fucking see because it's off screen. Thank you for nothing, you useless game. This is what I get for conjuring plans. I should just not conjure from now on. A lack of conjuring will result in less of this that you see on screen right now. Less defeats come from less of conjuring. Less is more. How have I not learned this lesson yet? Less is more. We're going to make that title of the episode so that then finally that lesson can maybe sink into my thick nog a little bit more. When in doubt, we go with Igknight because the Series 2 iteration is far too dumb, stupid, and broken. Okay, let's charge this up. Probably, you know, kill him in one blow. Okay, not quite one blow. 2 blows. 3 blows, third time is a charm and all that. Let's just not take damage for 5 beforehand, that's pretty wise. Boom! Third time is in fact a charm. Okay, just let that blue fire damage linger for a while. Oh, he did not stand a chance. Oh wow, that was a bit of an overkill for a chompy, don't you think? That chompy, not even, he wasn't even chompy, it was a Cyclops right there. That Cyclops just went ahead, committed Sudoku, jumped straight into the sword blade, didn't want to have to deal with Igknight, and I couldn't blame him, to be fair. Anyway, now that Pipsqueakers haven't been dealt with, let's take care of this Nike fella. This is a very effective way of fighting the knight. I'm literally running circles around this guy right now. Oh, this is great. I loved it. Oh dear, okay, I love a little bit less now. I love a little bit less. Okay, let's take out the Grenadiers. How are they not dead yet? Okay, cool, that was a shit ton of damage all at once, that's great to see. Anyway, Grenadier, we got to circle all the way back round again to take him out. Luckily, the Cyclopses aren't too big a deal. I keep wanting to call the Cyclopses Chompies. Their names both begin with C, okay? My brain can't comprehend all of these C words. Blaze Brothers? Oh, they're no big deal. Besides, he's dead. That is convenient. We cut it a little bit close right there, but at the end, cutting it close is what makes it exciting, and we can't possibly have a carry-on log without a little bit of excitement thrown in there, now could we? We did succeed upon the enemy goal, but we miserably failed with our lives lost objective. In fact, I don't think we could have failed it any more miserably had we tried to. So we have one final level of the episode, that being the Oracle, to which we need to actually speak with this fella over here in order to gain access to. As always, we're going to be skipping over all of the unnecessary deeps too. Even if the Oracle says Ignitor's name, we aren't going to bother watching the opening cutscene. But saying 2 losses in 1 level, that's not particularly ideal. But so far in this run through of Giants, I've only lost 4 lives, which is definitely one of my better runs, so to say. And now, without further ado, since we have referred back to the original Series 1 Cinder, we might as well go for Chompies instead, where Stump Smash can take centre stage. His Series 1 iteration, that being, because we do in fact need to revert to his original after his Series 2 form was defeated all the way back in, which level was it? Willikin Village? Chapter 7. Yeah, that was pretty brutal, losing Stump Smash to one of those crushing units right there. Luckily we have increased damage because the Chompy bot counts as a large enemy, so that charm is really coming in clutch right about now. And as is our absurd damage output, you thought Ignitor was powerful, clearly we ain't seen nothing yet, and as does his Series 1 Stump Smash as opposed to Series 2 Stump Smash, we now have his alternate pathway again, so that means we can do stuff like that and this. But neither of those are as powerful as this far superior combination, so there's no point doing anything other than this, to be perfectly honest, especially when it's going to crit and deal almost 200 damage in a single blow. Now that, my friends, is the absurd power that Stump Smash represents. Boom, boom, we're shaking the room, oh yeah. Okay, cool, now that he's out of here, let's hit that teleport without further ado. But yes, 2 losses in 1 level, not particularly ideal, but at the bare minimum we are going through what is one of my best playthroughs of this game on Nightmare Mode. Now, we do not want to be a big fish, we want to be a little fish, because a little fish means that we have, we are a little fish, compared to everything around us being huge. So since we're playing a Swarm, he has a large-ass hitbox, which, when combined with those crushers, can make death seem pretty unfair, especially when we choose to go through the over option and we have very small crushers compared to our very large posture. Those hitboxes don't go together very, very well. So here, we can quite easily squeeze between these crushers, even as a giant, without taking damage in the process. That is convenient, and that, my friends, is why we have chosen this particular path for Swarm. And we were obviously alluding to this section earlier in the game, playing as Swarm for this section. Okay, we just got to be careful of these fellas now, because 2 shots and we're dead, more or less, because they are bruised with their damage output. Which means we need to get the fuck out of the way right there. Hey, some Chompies have came to say hello. I mean, they won't be saying much of anything anymore, because now they're a bit dead, bro. And that guy, before we even had the time to fail miserably and lunge straight at me, only to lose his balance entirely. Yeah, before he even had a chance to follow through on that failure of his, we defeated him already. He was already defeated in the ocean, so, you know, much like the Chompy, he won't be doing much of anything because he's dead and you can't do anything whilst you're dead. That's kind of what being dead means. So much like the Chompy, he won't be doing much of anything anymore. Oh dear, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, that was what I was worried about. Look at there, we only need to get through these guys, and then once we've gotten through these guys, we just need to avoid the crushers, and then Swarm's like necessities for this level, his job, so to say, his purpose. It will be fulfilled upon. We won't need to utilise him again because there will be no more air sections that this level has to offer. Air is pretty much the only element of the area in this level that is inevitable no matter which pathway you take. Okay, here we go. And that's obviously because both pathways lead to the air element, or regardless of whether you choose to be a big fish in a little pond or a little fish in a massive ocean. Obviously we chose to be the little fish because this combat pathway is a little bit easier, especially on Swarm, whom has a large hitbox, not so easily able to take care of all those pesky crusher hitboxes. Anyway, we want to catch the thief here, because where tech pops up we can easily switch out for the might of Series 2 Drill Sergeant, and with his speed, catching the thief will come with no problem to us. I mean, look at that, we've got him already. I said we've got him already. We took so much damage right there, so much more fucking damage than what we should have done. But now that we have the key, the best part is that we can just speed run through the rest of this, avoid all of the enemies in our wake, which definitely seems to be the best possible option to go for, given how much damage I've took already. We don't want to take any more. Yeah, I have no idea how, when we were like directly within the hitbox of that key, I have no idea why we weren't grabbing it. The game really cheated us there. The game cheesed us for all we were worth. But it's not going to matter, because like I said, we can just skip over all this combat. All we need to do is grab the key, and as soon as we grab the key, we can get ourselves out of here and take very little risk. After all, locks are all about taking low risks and getting highly rewarded for it. We took low risk by not fighting any of the enemies, got high rewarded for it because Series 2 Drill Sergeant gets to live to fight another day. And as for the Earth section, on the other hand, we're gonna swap out for a little bit of Flashwing. As I continue to have an itchy nose. The itchy nose is not welcome, and yet I have not much choice in the matter, I'm afraid. Die, Wall! Die! Mwahaha! That was great. I quite enjoyed that, actually. So let's continue. Charging forward! Obviously, that is only to come across more chompies, as well as a teleporter, where once again we're going to engage in as little combat as possible, because that way we are taking a very low risk, getting high rewarded for it too. As we can't take damage when we're not engaging enemies in the first place. It's very difficult to take damage against enemies that you aren't engaging with. So we are going to, without further ado, unlock the reward of wealth, because I like money. It's easy as that, really. So we passed the Oracle's trials with absolute ease. Did complete it in under 6 minutes, which is a surprise given how quickly we caught the thief earlier with Drill Sergeant. None of that matters though. We took no losses to the Oracle whatsoever, which in my book is an absolute win. Without further ado, now that Flynn's ship is loaded back up, we're going to conclude the episode where we stand. And before we tackle the Arcane Trilogy, we have 4 adventure pack levels to get through, 2 per episode, because much like the previous episodes, we are tackling 2 levels at a time. All of that having been said and done, let's roll the outro without further ado. I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!